Buzz Williams and the Aggies, were they going to respond? Rick Barnes and Tennessee get a big win, 77-69. Chaz Lanier had a season-high 30 points. I know we talk about the top of the country, but if Lanier and Ziegler are doing this, in Tennessee, can they not compete, beat anybody?
And I was scared early because Texas A&M came out of the gates in that one, and, man, defensively, their pressure right out of the gates, I was like, man, this could be a long day for Tennessee.
They had like 4 dunks in the first 3 minutes of that game.
So, but Chaz Lanier just kept them in the game. He did. Single-handedly, he kept them in the game. I mean, what do you have, 22 in the first half?
22 in the first half, 6 of 7 for 3 in the first half. He finished with 8 threes.
And that's what he can do. That's what he allows Tennessee to do. In the old days, it was, listen, if you weren't making shots, like they didn't have anybody else that they could just rely on before Dalton Connect and now Chaz Lanier. Those guys can keep you in long enough, and then you see what Ziegler can do with some of their other guys, and they can guard, man. They play hard.
There was a change in how they were going and how Tennessee wanted to target players and recruit players. Instead of recruiting guys that were going to defend and great defenders and try to teach them how to be offensive weapons, what they started doing was, we're going to go recruit guys that can score, they can get buckets and know what they're doing on that end of the floor, and we'll just teach them how to guard because that's what we do. We teach people how to guard. So they changed the way that they were identifying that. And I will say this. I think that tonight was evidence of what has to happen for Tennessee to be able to make a Final Four. Tonight was proof to me that Tennessee can make a Final Four. Because on the nights,
they would have last year if they didn't run into Purdue.
On the nights when their guards are making shots like this, right? Because it wasn't just Lanier. Zakai Ziegler hit a huge 3 at the end, a dagger. Justin Gainey hit a bunch of shots in the second half. When those guys are making plays like that, they are much more difficult to guard than they had been in the past. Jordan Gainey. I'm always going to get those two confused. It is.
Can I say this though? Is there been a more nationally a guard who's been steadier throughout the course of his career and tougher, and he just doesn't get brought up as the best, but he's just so damn good. If there's a guard who embodies Tennessee, it's Zakai Ziegler. Yeah,
because he guards at a high level. He makes people better. What's his record? His record has got to be insane,
win percentage has to be like 85.
Right. I mean, this guy, and he's tough. Like Rick Barnes raves about him. This is a team that, again, can beat anybody. And now I think the beauty for them is they've got enough guys that are capable offensively. Like Igor still has shown over the last month or so, he's capable of leading this team in scoring when Chaz has an off night. And when Chaz is on, man, there aren't many better.
A&M showed why it's hard to trust them.
Yeah, like their 2 guards were 2 for 22 from 3?
Wade Taylor and Zurich Phelps combined 1 for 16 from 3 and 10 for 32 from the floor. I was going to say that they would fit really well on Illinois' roster, but Illinois makes every shot they take from inside the arc.
5 for 30 from 3. Yes, Tennessee's defense very good, but it was in College Station. You got to be better than that, and Taylor really did struggle 4 of 15 from the floor.
Well, that's what happens.
Doing it, we have to break.
Yeah, but that's what happens with just real quick. That's what happens with Tennessee is because they have the perimeter defenders.
I'm not the producer.
Yeah, they have the perimeter defenders. When you have guards that can turn the water off for the other team's best players, and those guards are also capable of going for 30 on any given night. That's why Tennessee is as good as they are. That's where they can win. How long do you think I could just keep talking before Dagan just throws it right
to bed? Up next.